Okay, now you should be able to hear me. Sorry. Now everything should be fine. I hope. Let me know. Great. Hello and welcome back, everyone. I had some tough days actually because of my health issue. I don't know if I told you guys, but I have a problem with my eye, and soon there's going to be a surgery coming up. I thought that the surgery is going to take place this week because my doctor already said something in that direction, but the surgery is going to take place in May, so I still have a little bit time to be afraid of it. No. But so far, because of all the medication, actually my eye feels good right now. It doesn't even tear up and do strange stuff. So right now it's fine. All right, guys. I thought today we are going to do our next subscriber roast since you guys are so into it. I'm always feeling sorry for everyone that's getting roasted here. But on the other hand, you wanted it. You wanted it. Don't pretend as if you didn't want it. Just have to make a little space here so I can get access to my buttons.
Hi, stop!
Get ready. So, if you want to send me your video, please send it to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com as always. I'm going to especially look into the people who are here in the chat. So let me know if you are in the chat and then I'll definitely review it. Michelle Bruno is asking, can I send you next time video about first movement Moonlight Sonata? Of course, you can always send me something. You can also send it this time. But let me just check if I am here next week. I think yes, but just let me double check. Yes, 3rd of May. I'm here and I'm going to watch you guys. All right, let's go. Marius Pianist is saying, I wish I had some videos. Well, if you have a piano at your place or somewhere close to you and you have a phone, like a smartphone where you have a camera on it, then just record yourself with that. Good enough. Okay, guys. I want to hear something now. And I hope you actually improved by now. I feel like sometimes I'm always commenting on the same things over and over and over again, as if nobody is actually listening to me. That's not true. It's not true. I know. All right. Let me just see the email. Where is it? Over there. Oopsie. Okay. We see. Well-tempered Claire. All right. Hi, Annette. Who is that? Who of you wrote that? Well-tempered Claire. Andrew Huang. Who is it? Ah, here, I see you. Andrew Huang. I'm not Annette. I'm Annick. Wait, let me just write it in the chat very quick. My name is written like that. It's very different. Very, very different. Yes, I'm reading both chat messages on Twitch and on YouTube simultaneously. But, yeah, just so you guys know, my name is Annick, not Annette. That's fine. It's all right. First of all, my name is not so easy to remember. And second, probably it was the autocorrect. Nobody knows this name. Not even the French even though it's a French name. I'm the one in the striped shirt. This is definitely a stretch piece for me. All right, let's criticism appreciated. Thank you, Andrew. All right, let's see. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I hope you guys can all hear as well what he's playing. Okay, so far I really like the stable tempo. Very, very good job on that one. However, it's a little bit too vertical for my personal taste. Now, when it comes to Bach, we always have to see, like, what is your goal? Do you want to go more towards like the historical way of playing on like the instruments of back then, or do you think you would like to how do you say that in English, go more into them, like, this is a modern instrument you're playing on, so would you like to use all the benefits of the modern instrument and play it in a way that it's also going to sound good on a modern instrument, or are you looking for a more historical sound, let's say? Because on the modern instrument, the thing is that if you are too vertical all the time, it sounds very percussive at some point. And if that is the goal, that's fine. But for me personally, Bach's music has so much to do with singing. Like the whole thing that you're playing here right now, this is something that you could put into a huge choir, and every voice that is being played, you could literally. So I would, especially on the long notes, just make sure you're like, I'll skip back again. Especially the long notes, they are a little bit too vertical, so there's not enough horizontal movement, and automatically the sound is going to drop, basically. One more time. Yeah, like that's already da 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 da. That's like very, very, very horizontal. Like yum ba da bum 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 bum. Imagine, like, even if you would play it on a violin or on a cello, yum ba da bum bum bum. They are initiating some movement here, and in your case, there's not so much movement, and the only movement that's happening is very vertical, and that's going to sound very choppy at some point. Also here, yap ba 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 da 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 da. Like, try to give every single note another spirit. Like, every note is going to like evolve a little bit. So every note has another meaning, has another function, and maybe that's something that you could go more into detail here. Also here, so the long note has another attack, another touch, than the short notes. Like, if you touch the long note exactly the way you touch the short notes, it's going to sound exactly the same as the short notes, but it can't be the same because it's a long note. Just a quick demonstration. So if you play, that sounds like a robot. So there's a little bit of timing playing into it because of the movement, and automatically it's going to sound much more natural and much more like you're singing. Also here, so I would maybe imagine really someone either singing or a string player. Yeah, I would maybe check a little bit on your fingerings here, because I think this yaddle-dum, buddle-dum, buddle-dum, it could be even more clean. It was not perfectly clean, and that's probably because of the fingering. Like, I see some 5/4/5, if I'm not, like, please correct me if I'm wrong, but like 5/4/5, you can train as much as you want, that's not going to work. Or 4/3/4. 4/3/4 is also not a good connection. You know, guys. Okay, this is going to be a very basic masterclass on having a good fingering. Wow, that sounds so wrong! Wrong! All right, we're going to talk about fingerings again. So, look at your hand. Your hand has 5 fingers in best case. Or maybe in best case it has 6. But like, let's say in normal case it has 5 fingers, all right? And each finger is on another position and has another length. Meaning we have to treat each finger in a different way. By the way, do you see how strange my ring finger looks? Like, this is so weird. It grows towards the middle finger. But so, this is how our hand is built and shaped, and that counts for everyone normally, let's say. Like, of course, there are people who are exceptions, but let's say in a normal built body, you have a thumb that can move very, very different from all the other fingers, and therefore, we are going to use the thumb for a lot of things on the piano. The second finger has lots of strength, like it's actually very strong. These 3 fingers are very, very strong, so we want to use them as much as we can because we have so much energy with them. Energy, guys, energy. Plus control, okay? So these 3 fingers, lots of energy, lots of control. We are going to use them the most. One guy says, what if you have 6? Well then, that's cheating, okay? No, if you have 6, it's good. It's good for you, but you have to define your own rules. So we have these 3 fingers are the strongest, and these 3 fingers are still very different from each other. As I already said, the thumb can move very differently and much more freely. Plus, it enables this very, like, you can massage it, like that, very good. Okay, the second finger is very direct. It's like the finger that you use to point to things, okay? This is how it's going to sound. It's very direct. It's like pointing at something. Sometimes we want that sound. Sometimes it can be a little bit too aggressive, okay? So, second finger is good for a lot of things, but sometimes we can't use it because it's too aggressive. The third finger, third, how do I going to do this? This one, okay, this one. Very, very good because look at my hand. It's in the middle. It's literally the middle finger. Okay, this one is the most balanced one because it's in the middle, meaning it is very strong, but it has probably most of the control when it comes to balancing out the sound. Let's say like the balance. But these 3 fingers, super, super, super duper important. All of them are. These 3 fingers. Use them for everything. Everything if you can. And now, if you can't use one of these 3 fingers, but I promise you, and like 80% of the time you can use one of these 3 fingers. And if you can't, then you're going to look into the other 2 fingers. However, especially when you're playing just one single voice melody lines, like this guy is playing here, Andrew, when he was playing, like this is one single line, yaddle daddle dum bum 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 baddle daddle dum bum bum bum. Like you're not playing several notes simultaneously. I'm gonna just demonstrate very quick what I mean. If you're playing you have 2 notes simultaneously, okay? Or also 2 notes simultaneously. 3 notes simultaneously, okay? If you have to play these kind of stuff, of course you're a little bit limited when it comes to choosing your fingering. However, if you're just playing one single voice melody, guys, use all your fingers. You're not limited to 4 and 5, okay? You have all the choices for free. Like each note is like, I can choose this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. But don't think like, I have to play a legato line, so I have to use the finger that's next to it. No, you don't. You don't. You don't. And the 4th finger, let's continue in my like breakdown. The 4th finger is the weakest one on your hand, okay? It's not the pinky. The pinky is even stronger than the 4th finger, at least on the piano. But the 4th finger has least control, because if you look into this, like it immediately takes this 3rd and the 5th finger together with it. So you're wasting lots of energy when you're using the 4th finger. So use it wisely. It doesn't mean that I'm never using the 4th finger. Of course I'm using the 4th finger, but I really just use it when there's no other option, or if that's like the best option because of the sound. And then of course the 5th finger, that's a finger that's very useful for example, chords, for octaves, for like grips where you have 1 to 5 or 1 3 5, even though I prefer 1 to 5. Which fingers for trills? Okay, good question. Which finger for trills, guys? Please don't write 4 5. All right, if you write 4 5, I'm coming for you. This is a big red flag. Okay, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. What do you think is a good fingering for trills? Now that you know these rules that I just broke down for you. The 5th finger to me is very difficult, says Elisa Raquino Silva. Yes, the 5th finger is very difficult to use, so I would most of the time only use it in combination, so you're getting stability through other fingers. If you use the 5th finger on its own, it's very, very difficult. Doesn't give you so much freedom to move, doesn't give you so much control. Probably avoid using it in a lot of cases. Okay, Bruno, we have so many comments. Oh wow, what happened? Help! Wait. I have to put this down, otherwise I can't see all your comments. So what do we have here? 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is a good fingering. This sounds so wrong. All the time it sounds so wrong. All right, I'll demonstrate it. 1 3. Great fingering. Great. 4 3. Entschuldigung. No, 4 3 is never a good fingering. Not for a trill, not for anything else. 4 3, try to avoid it, okay? I'm training my ass off, and I can only do like a okay trill with 3 4, but like that little thing, it already cost me so much energy. Plus like my 5th finger, it was curled up like hell, so I lost even more energy. So 4 3 is forbidden, okay? 4 3, never use it. Then what else do we have? 1 3, but for me 2 4 feels better. Okay, 2 4. I would suggest 2 4, especially for black notes when it comes to trills. But you can also use it for white keys. But I would still probably especially use it for black keys. But that's a good fingering as well. What else do we have? Oh no, I can already see it. 2 and 3. 2 and 3. That's one of the biggest mistakes as beginners, all right? So, as beginners, lots of people think 2 3, oh, these are super fast, these are super strong. Now let me show you something that's going to happen very soon when you do that. Exactly that. You're getting stuck. Why are you getting stuck? Because your second finger tends to get stuck if you overuse it. Okay, that's easy then as that. The thing is that the second and the third finger, they are also very close to each other. What happens when you're using fingers that are directly next to each other? They are getting stuck if you overuse them because they are still attached to each other. If you use 2-4, you can do that forever, kind of, because they are not directly attached to each other. So if you're using the fourth finger here, even though you're wasting the energy of third and fifth finger, but you're not using the third and fifth finger anyways in that moment. So it doesn't really matter. However, if you're using 2 and 3 simultaneously, one of the fingers is getting stuck, and I can guarantee you that in 99% of the time, it's your second finger. All right, now let's continue. What else do we have? 2, 3, 2, 1. That's actually 2, 3, 2, 1. It's interesting. I don't know exactly in which combination you're going to do that, but okay. Like generally, I'm not against switching the fingerings in the middle of the trill because it's actually good. Like especially if you're starting off with the trill, sometimes you want to start slower just to make it a little bit more vibrant. So you have some life inside of the trill, and it's not just like that's. We don't do that, okay? This is not music. We want to wow. And sometimes what really can help is having a fingering that is slowing you down in the beginning and then switch it so you can speed up later. 3, 5 can be a good fingering for a trill if you need the first finger to continue playing a melody line. Other than that, I would not necessarily use 3 and 5 because the fifth finger is relatively weak. All right. I think we don't really have so many other options than that. Anyways, but that was actually fun. That was really fun. What is you drinking? We want. Sorry, this is Coke Zero. I know. I'm a little bit over the top today. But we are talking about my favorite topic, guys. We are talking about fingerings. All right, let's continue. Yeah. There was a lot of wrist. Now, this can be something that is causing your sound to be a little bit harsh here. So I think you can start like you are on a relatively high level already. And I would say that now it's time to incorporate your whole body in your playing. Right now I see lots of finger playing, but I would incorporate like the whole arm, the shoulder, the elbow, and especially the wrist. Like I don't really see the wrist moving so much. Yeah, especially when you have like these kind of figures. Like these are very generous movements. But your arm is not moving at all. Like your arm stays here all the time. So it's a little bit like a T-Rex playing piano. All right. So we need a little bit can feel a little bit strange in the beginning if you've never done that before, but it's going to help you to feel much more free at the piano immediately. Yeah, these repetitions. Always from the key, never into the P. Into the P. Into the P, I'm sorry. Into the key. Here, I just show you again. Yeah, so what you are doing here is basically microphone. Hello, stop. Okay, I saved my piano and my microphone. When you play that, never a good idea. I'm exaggerating right now. You're not getting your hand that much away from the piano, but it's always from the top down, basically. Like, you just let it fall into the key. Never a good idea, okay? Keep your fingers on the keyboard. You can go away from it, but you have to come back before you touch the next note. So you have much more control. First of all, you're not going to accidentally hit like the wrong notes. That's like one big thing of that. But the other more important thing even is that you have much more control over the sound. So you have like this yum, 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 instead of pop, 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 pop. Like this one thing is a little bit in German we say lustlos. What does that mean in English? Can someone help, please? Lustlos. A little bit without passion. But now that's not necessarily the exact word that I'm searching for. Yeah, guys, help me. My English is too bad. I don't know how to phrase it better. I'm waiting for you guys in the chat. But basically, you need a little bit more control. Without intention, that goes in the right direction, I would say. Lackluster. Yeah. Probably. All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. That was very, very nice. I think you are on a good track for the piece. And I would just really advise to use a little bit more of your arm, use your voice, use your whole body to actually make the music sing. Right now you're playing all the right notes, but I'm missing a little bit the intention behind the notes. And I think you can get there because, like, technically you're close to it, but like I think you can get there by especially singing and then trying to control your technique a little bit. So you're staying closer to the keyboard and use your arm and wrist and so on and so on. All right, let's have a look at Victor Ile. I hope, or Iles. I don't know how to pronounce your name correctly, with S or without S. Victor Iles or Victor Ile. Are you here in the chat? You're very welcome, Andrew Huang. It was an honor to roast you. I hope I didn't roast you too hard. Victor Iles or Victor Ile with Chopin, with a little bit Chopin. Oh, you have to give me permission to the file. Okay, I asked for permission, but I'm not getting the permission. Ah, here, Victor, you are here in the chat. I can see you. But yeah, please just give me permission to enter your file. Ah, I got it. Got it, got it, got it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go. Wait. Wait, why is this not working anymore? Why is my stream deck not working? Hello? Anyways, I'm going to not use it then. That's strange. It's definitely one of my favorite etudes. Okay, what I really like is that you take your time. You chose a tempo that definitely lets you play each and every note, which I appreciate a lot. I like your musicality and the ideas that you bring into the piece. I have one question, or maybe one recommendation. When you choose a tempo like that is, I would say, relatively slow, like on the, or it's not slow, like don't get me wrong, but it's like on the slower side of this specific piece. I think overusing rubato is going to damage it, because then it's going to lose lots of its energy. And this piece really is sparkling. It's full of fire. And if, like, there's one way of creating that fire, which is through tempo. Like if you're like speeding up like crazy, of course, like not too crazy. It's not presto. It's still just allegro. But allegro for Chopin was actually already pretty fast. But if you're on a slow tempo, then doing quite a lot of rubato, then it's going to lose a little bit that sparkling. So I would like, it's not that I want you to play faster, not at all. Like I like the tempo, and I like that you take the time to really bring out every single note. But I would maybe rethink some of your rubato choices, let's say. Let's continue. I also like that you're taking the left hand very seriously. I would play a little bit around with some pedal. Like most of the time you're using the same type of pedal, and I think it's fine. Like it's not too much pedal, at least from what I hear so far. But I think you are very, very good. You've played this probably already 100 million times. So trust your skills. And maybe leave the pedal away sometimes, just for a little bit more spark, a little bit more crispiness in your sound. And that's going to add some more interest, some more contrast. So when we are playing and interpreting, we have three main tools, which is timing. Of course, into that also tempo plays a big role. Dynamic and articulation. And with articulation, very often we don't have like that much of freedom, but we do have the freedom of like doing like specific pedaling choices or articulation choices that bring a little bit more contrast, a little bit more interest into our playing. The thing with these etudes is that all of these etudes are great. They are awesome compositions. But especially like an etude like this specific one, we have the same concept from the first measure till the last measure. And if you are just like doing the same thing over and over and over again, I don't want to say it's getting boring, because the composition itself is very like it's beautiful, but you could bring out some more details in the music and also in your technique, but especially in your music, by choosing on purpose to play a little bit around with the pedal. All right, now let's continue. Oh, I like that. I like that voicing in the left hand. Really nice. Okay, I really like what you're doing with the voicings. Really, really fun ideas. Now, one thing that I also had to do to learn is that when you're bringing out these voicings, sometimes it can sound a little bit too much like a teacher telling the student, listen, exactly this, like this is... Here, I discovered this voicing, like you have to hear it. You know, it's a little bit too much in your face. Try to play around with it. Try to be a little bit more delicate with it. Just for, like, just give the audience a hint instead of smashing it into their face. This sometimes is much more elegant, and I think it suits the style of Chopin, suits the style of this specific etude especially. A little bit more like playing around with it, having fun. Like this is great, and then but like make it shine in a way that feels very, very comfortable, very relaxed, like as if this is the easiest thing for you to do. If you're playing these extra voices out like it sounds very much like, here, listen, I can bring out an extra voice that you've never heard before. Like, it's okay to do that, but like don't do it in your face. Okay, a little bit more delicate. So here you just took a little bit less pedal, which I like. That's a good moment to do so, but you can already integrate this a little bit earlier, even before. Very nice, very nice. Really, really nice, beautiful. I really appreciate all the different voicings, all the little ideas that you have. Very, very beautiful. Now, I think a little bit less rubato is going to help you to bring everything a little bit more into shape and in one form, so it's not going to fall apart. And maybe playing a little bit around with some more articulation, a little bit more dynamic. I don't know if that was just the quality of the recording, or if you're like, sometimes, you know, the recording is not having like that big range of dynamic. But I would probably integrate more dynamics, especially into like piano pianissimo direction, to make it even more light, especially in the parts where it's actually written. And yeah, and then again, have fun with all these extra voicings that you found. That these are great ideas. Now just try to integrate it in a way that just feels much more relaxed for you. I think you've practiced this already so many times, and you've thought about this piece probably a million days, and now you just have to let go. Like, don't overthink it. It's really just don't think. Shut down your brain. It's like probably the most difficult part. Cheers. The most difficult part is to stop thinking. Let the music take over control. Don't try to control. Yes, probably that's exactly what I was looking for. You're thinking too much, and I can hear it while you play. Just stop thinking. Stop trying to control the piece. The piece has to control you. And I know that you can do it because of all the little details that you put there. Now you just have to let go. But that's probably the most difficult part. Welcome to the club. All right, next one we have Saras. Dark Roast Sunday video. All right, Saras, are you here in the chat? Let me know. Hi, Anik. I love your channel and was glad to support your upcoming ballad album. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, by the way, everyone, I'm planning to record all the Chopin ballades on my new album. However, doing professional recordings is extremely expensive. So if you want to support me in this whole project, you can do this now by supporting me on GoFundMe. I have put a link in the description box, and yeah, just to help me to bring this whole project to life. So thank you everyone that already donated something there, and thanks to everyone that is going to donate something. Just again, a quick reminder here in the chat, if you want to support me, please check out the link in the description box to the GoFundMe page. There you can help me preparing for the Chopin Ballades album. Oh, and by the way, also, I've just shared a new video yesterday with the second ballad and my interpretation of it, like what I imagine, what I picture when I play the second ballad. So if you have not seen, if you haven't seen this yet, you definitely can have a look at it later, or we're going to have a look at it together. Who knows? When do you pretend to release the album? End of the year? It depends a little bit, honestly, on how fast I can finance the whole production. So the faster it's financed, the earlier I can go and record it. It would be great to do it probably end of the summer. So the release can be towards the end of this year, or like end of this year. That would be great. But yeah, as I said, it depends a little, not just a little bit. It depends a lot on like financing that whole project. All right, we are going to continue with Saras. Saras, here, I see you in the chat. Great, let's continue. I'm Sa, 31-year-old, started learning piano on my own about 5 years ago. Wow. Okay, great. Initially from an app, then by learning gradually more difficult pieces, learning Liebestraum at the moment. Great, wow. By the way, everyone that is looking for a good app to learn playing piano, I have worked on an app, or actually I've worked on the Keys Academy for the My Groove app. So for everyone that is interested in you know, just getting some ideas how to practice and or having like a tutor to practice together with you or with me, you can do that on My Groove now. It's also now available in English just since I think last week. Let me know also in the chat, guys. Someone of you already on My Groove. By the way, you'll get 20% off by using the link or my code for My Groove. You'll also find that one in the link in the description box. So basically on that app, I have included 3 different levels, let's say. So beginner, intermediate, and professional. And I really made sure that, especially for beginners, it's very, very easy to learn how to read scores and immediately play it on piano. And for everyone that wants to improve their sight reading, for example, definitely check out the app. Sight reading is really just a question of practicing and learning how to read scores in a fast way. So you immediately have the connection of the picture of that note and the note that you have to play, like the key that you have to play. And yeah, I've also included the Liebestaum a little bit and also the full Moonlight Sonata. So you can learn the full Moonlight Sonata together with me on the My Groove app. So if that sounds interesting to you, please just check out the link in the description box. Now let's continue. Reading. Being self-taught, I'd love to hear a professional opinion on my playing. So please don't hold back and tell me what you really think. All right, let's roast. I'd love to learn from it. All right, here's me playing Nocturne in C sharp minor, number 20 by Chopin. Oh, I love that one. Sorry I didn't play it at night like you. It'd be great if you could comment on the ending part too with the long arpeggios. All right, let's have a look. And here you go. All right, right from the start. I see lots of tension, especially in your left hand. That's also created because of the fingering that you use. Try to use, let me just see how this piece starts. Polonaise, I'm searching for the Nocturne. Where are the Nocturnes? Here they are. Let me just grab the score so I can find it. I love that piece. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Okay. That's a very typical fingering mistake. Yeah, this is how I would put the fingering here probably. So, oops, sorry. Oh my god, I was so shocked of that noise. I'm sorry. Let me just see again, which fingering are you using here? Yeah, you're using the 5th finger. Let me show you here. Okay, so here you see it's the 5th finger. Yeah. Don't do that. You have all the freedom there. Use, for example, the 3rd finger on the 1st note here. And then, like, because we have one extra line going on, let's say, plus we have all the pauses in the score. So it's like this is the line that we are following. So it's yum, ta yum, ka ya dum. A good tip here for learning how to find the right fingering is for like sing it and conduct it in the air before you touch the piano. And try to relax your left hand. Your left hand is just way too much under tension. Definitely check your left hand finger. And check the rhythm again. Like, I'm all in for some freedom here and there and flexibility, but don't change the rhythm into something that it was not meant to be. Okay, nice timing. I really liked the transition. I like the balance between your right and left hand. I can feel that you are very much into this music, which is great. This is like the most important part. Now, there are several little things that could immediately improve your playing. Let me just try to show you what you're doing here. When you're playing, your left hand, your left arm stays very, very close to your body. And then you're moving like that. So it's like... So your left hand also stays here like that. If I had to conduct it, if I had to imagine someone playing it on the cello, I would probably sing yada 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 yada. So it's like much more this kind of circular movement, and these circular movements, they always at the piano have to go away from our body. The more you push into your body, the smaller you're going to create the sound. Like the sound is going to be really small, and this is not what we want here. All right. So for this nocturne, or not just for the nocturne, but for any kind of piece, we try to create this very generous sound when you're playing. So always try to make sure your left hand on the bass note, so on the first note, it goes away from your body, and then you can come back. So it's like... So you're always first moving away and then coming back. And by doing that, you will have much, much more control over the sound that you're going to play. But also, it's going to help you to stick with the pulse. It's going to help you to create a nice phrasing for the left hand as well. And yeah, the other thing is maybe try to keep your body still. And then also your right hand. Your right hand, even though it's good, like it has a good touch, like the sounds nice, but never stop moving. When you're playing... Like always continue moving. Every single note that you play has movement. It's a little bit like compared with if you're playing violin, or if you're playing a cello, you have to continue moving all the time. If you stop moving, there is literally no sound coming out anymore. We have the disadvantage actually at the piano that as soon as we touch down the key, there is sound, but sound doesn't equal music. All right. So if you stop moving, the music stops. Music is movement, guys. All right, guys. Continue moving. I want to see some movement. All right, let's continue. Pedal. Don't rush. What was that? Let me see again. Okay, the fingering itself is not necessarily a bad choice. You are using 1 and 3, but I can see there is so much tension in your hand. How do we get your hand a little bit more relaxed? Let me just switch the camera here. All right. When you're playing this trill, I can see that you're fixating your full hand and you're trying to do everything out of the arm. And that's not going to work. We need, for trills, there's always this balance between hand and rotation. However, if you're choosing this specific fingering for this geography on the key, we need much more fingers than arm. The arm, though, is for the length of the trill. So we are going to bring some variation into the sound. It's not going to sound like that's very robotic. We want to have some life. So it's like this life is going to be created through the movement, because automatically through the movement your position on the keys is going to be different, and then therefore it's going to change the sound. Now something else, like how do we practice trills? How do we practice trills, guys? Slowly, please. So, okay, we start like that, and then we are doing slow staccato. And for staccato, I mean like always be on the key before you push down. Like that. If you need it that slow, practice it that slow. Really make sure you're already on the key, push. On the key, push. On the key, push. And then you can go faster and faster. And then you're going to speed up. Now, how do we speed up? By choosing rhythms. We do slow plus fast. Alright, this is like a good exercise. Then we're going to add more and more fast notes and take away more and more slow notes. So it's like... And always make sure you keep rolling your arm so you stay relaxed. Also make sure that the rest of your fingers are not like somewhere up here. This is going to cost you so much energy, guys. So much, alright? We want the energy for us, for our playing for the music, and not for the air somewhere there. Like, don't do this. I can already feel how my arm is tense like that. Like, make sure the rest of the fingers lays on the keys. And automatically it's going to be so much more relaxed, guys. So much more. All right, let's continue. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that 1-3 on the black keys is a good fingering choice. Like maybe choose 2-4 or something like that. Okay, we need to practice that a little bit here. Let me just check again what happened. Okay, that was a little accident there. How do we practice these kind of little extra things? By first making sure that you know which notes to play when. So normally I'll just show you very quick. Like here, you see, like you have to play like 1,000,000 notes here, on top of like a few notes in the left hand. So first, define for yourself which note has to come on which note together, like left and right hand. I'm just going to put like little marks inside of the scores. Let me just show you very quick. Here. So for example, I know, okay, the first note has to come together with the left hand here. And then I know this one has to come together here, and like the triplets, I know how to play them here and here. Like not on the note, but before and behind, and so on and so on. And then this one comes together, this one comes together, this one comes together, and this one comes together. Alright? And the rest is going to add up automatically. So there's not going to be the kuddel muddle, like basically like that. I didn't practice it, but just like seeing the scores like this already made it very clear. So it's like, and automatically it's so much more clear in your brain. Now, how do we practice this? Very, very slow, especially like 2 against 3. 2 against 3, guys. How do we practice 2 against 3? Let's do it together, because so many people don't know. All right? We have one hand is playing 2. The where's it? So this is what we're aiming for. It's also here. Okay, so again, we have to practice 2 against 3. We are practicing this on the board, all right? So for example, I am taking 2 in my left hand. First, we're going to make sure that I'm practicing 2, like. You can do it together with me if you want to. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm going to take the right hand and play 3 notes in that time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we have to add it up together. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now when I'm doing this, you're going to hear the rhythm, how it's going to add up. So if I just clap it and you didn't know that I'm trying to play 2 against 3 or 3 against 2, you would hear 1 ba ba bum, 1 ba ba bum, 1 ba ba bum. That's what you hear. So it's bum. And basically, if you just remember that, on 1 they're playing together, 1 ba ba bum, 1 ba ba bum, 1 ba ba bum, 1 right left right, 1 right left right, 1 right left right. Immediately, here you go. This is 3 against 2. All right? This is as easy as it gets. And you can do this with a right against left hand or left against right hand, and there you go. There you go. There you go, guys. It's that easy. Let me know in the chat if that was helpful. I hope so. Otherwise, you're all genius if you already knew how to play 3 against 2 immediately without practicing. But yeah, I see this actually quite often. Also with people that that come to my master classes, that a lot of them don't play 3 like triplets very clean. Triplets need to be clean, guys. They need to be clean. All right, next one. Thank you so much, Sar, for sending over your playing, and have fun. Continue practicing. In your case, to sum it up, I would advise to try to include your wrist and your arm a little bit more in your playing and really try to get it away from your body. Right now, they are both very, very tight to your body, and I would advise to move away from your body. You're saying you didn't get it when trying now? Okay, now again, just put right and left hand together on one, and then right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. Bum, right, left, right. One, right, left, right. One, right, left, right. Just do it like that. I'll do it again with you if you need to. Let's do it again, one more time. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. All right, and now let's do it a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. And faster. And there you go. This is 3 against 2. Matt, you that to MC is saying now try 3 against 4. All right, let's do 3 against 4. There you go, 3 against 4. Easy as that. All right, now 3 against 4 we'll do another time, but it's the same concept, guys. You just have to calculate, like write down the rhythm, basically. How many you have to clap in the right hand, how many you have to clap in the left hand, and then try to line it up, and then you try to add up the rhythm. Again, if I had to think of 2 against 3, we have this wum ba ba bum, wum ba ba bum, wum ba ba bum. That's like what I hear, and now I just have to divide it into right, left, right, and that's it. It's easy as that. I hope that got a little bit more clear. All right, next one. Sorry, Karim Salahi. Karim Salahi, are you here? You're about to get roasted, darling. So, Karim, hi Anik, here's my performance of the second movement of Rach 2. Oh, I love that one. I love it. Oh, and also with orchestra. That's awesome. Great, 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 great. Let's watch. Why they gave you such a small grand piano? You have to play Rachmaninoff. Rachmaninoff, you need a big piano, because Rachmaninoff had big hands. Oh, I love this piece. Oh, goosebumps. Aua, aua. What was that? Really good introduction. I really like how you. Oh, can we zoom in here? Sure, let's do that. 1 second, sorry. I really like how you got into the piece. You made sure that you're going to catch up your tempo, which is really good. You didn't just adjust to the orchestra, but you actually took over control, which is good. Oh, what just happened? Oopsie. 1 second. Thank you so much, Turnvaya, for your subscription to Twitch. I love this piece so much. It's so beautiful. Very nice phrasing here. Don't rush though. Oh, this is so beautiful. All by myself. Don't wanna be. I always have to think of that one. Oh, I love this piece. So good job on that introduction. I know it's not easy, especially like with a non-professional orchestra, to simultaneously keep control and guide them and like to find that balance between like guiding them and pushing them a little bit into your direction and then simultaneously not like overshadowing everything. So I really appreciate that whole introduction. Let's continue. Okay, this melody line could sing more by I see that your arm is not moving that much. Like when we have long notes, we need to move the arm through the full length of the note. I don't have the scores here. Whatever. You know what I mean. Like if that's the length of the note. Yeah, okay. So it's like when you're basically that. So you always continue moving, move. Move it, move it. Yeah, try to sing more, try to phrase more. Otherwise, this is going to be very vertical. Yeah, da 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 da. No, we need ya ti da dee da yum. So it's like there is some direction and there is some horizontal movement. Okay, that down phrasing was nice. Yeah, try to avoid these heavy beat things like ta da 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 da. Don't do that. It makes it super heavy. Ti dum pa da da yum. Sing and automatically it's going to stop doing it on its own. I love this part now. Ah! Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. The orchestra is a little bit out of tune. That was like one of the most beautiful harmonies that was composed in this piece, and it was a little bit. So overall, what I like is that the tempo is very stable and all in all. Like, this is really good. Probably it's also a good job by the conductor, because the problem of, like, for a piece like that, when you're using too much of rubato, first of all, it's very difficult because of all the polyrhythm that's going on. And second, it's going to fall apart. So what I really like is that your pulse here is very, very straight on point, and that's going to hold everything together. Now I would be a little bit more flexible with your sound color. The sound color is so important with this piece. Like, really start singing, start phrasing. Imagine you're not playing piano. Imagine you have to sing this piece. Imagine you're Celine Dion. Like, guys, all by myself. This is like, you have to sing. You have to sing. Not like me, but like Celine Dion. Okay, the transition was a little bit risky, but it was good. I like, from what I can judge out of this recording, your balance between piano solo and orchestra sound, it sounds good, at least in the recording. I don't know how it sounded in the hall, but from the recording it was nice. Like, I can definitely hear you are the soloist, which is good. There are enough people who are playing piano concertos who can't get through the sound of the orchestra. Yeah, that transition was a little bit uncoordinated. I think you could have given the conductor a little bit more clarity of the tempo that you're going to choose now, since this part is going to be a little bit faster here. You're like yaddle daddle yaddle daddle 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 daddle. Like, give the conductor direction, so the conductor knows, okay, this is the new tempo that we are going to take, and then the other instrumentalists have a chance to catch up together with you. Yeah, beautiful. I hope it was a lot of fun for you to play together with orchestra. It's like definitely so much happening here right now. It's definitely a great experience to have the chance to play together with orchestra. That's like one of the most fun parts for sure. So yeah, I hope you'll have more chances to play together with orchestra also in the future again, and especially that piece is just awesome. All right, next one. I would say we are going to Eduard Ferragu. I'm pretty sure you've played here before already. Let me know if you're in the chat, Eduard. But from your name, I feel like you've been here before. Pretty sure you've been here before. Let me know, Edward. Also, by the way, everyone that wants to send me their videos, please send it to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. And also for everyone that is just new to the live stream here, I am planning to record all 4 Chopin ballades this year, and I need your support on that to do the professional recording. You can support me on GoFundMe. The link for the GoFundMe you'll find in the description box. Unfortunately, creating professional recordings is extremely expensive. So, yeah. I need a little bit support there. Thank you so much. And also, like, you won't really earn money anymore from recordings nowadays. It's like, it's really just out of fun and passion, actually. Like, this is definitely nothing that I'm going to earn lots of money here. All right, now, Eduard Ferragu. Eduard, are you here? I don't know, but we'll see. We are going to watch your video now. Nocturne in C minor. Oh, I love that one. Opus 48, number 1. That's my favorite. Good, good, good. Take your time. That's good. Camera. Hello. Stop. Why is your leg still here? Like, if you're preparing... that's good. Okay, okay, okay. Why? Why? Put your leg back. Put your leg back. Put your leg back, please. Okay. Like the atmosphere, the vibe is good. I think you can stabilize the left hand a little bit more in its tempo. So you're not like wiggling around with different tempi. Let me just continue. Good posture. Now these long notes, they need guidance through the full length of the note. I know it's difficult sometimes to do that. Oh, oopsie. Let me just try to find the score. Where is it? Here. 68. So, try to continue moving your arm all the time, all the time. There is no exception. Let me just check here very quick something. Thank you so much, Sergio, for subscribing to my channel on Twitch, and for everyone else that is watching on YouTube, please consider switching to Twitch, because I'm live streaming here simultaneously on both, and I'm also live streaming on other days during the week normally on Twitch, but not on YouTube. So I'll keep the subscriber roasts simultaneously also on YouTube, but not the rest of the live streams. So if you want to join the live streams, join us on Twitch. Nice, nice. Good phrasing. I like the sound color. Make sure that the rhythm here, I think the rhythm is a little bit more sharper. Let me just check. In the left hand. Badam. Yeah, badam. I need a little bit more impulse on the 16th pause, on the 16th rest here. It says wum bum 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 wum bum 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 badam bum bum bum. Don't make that 16th note too soft. Don't rush, don't rush, don't rush! I know it's like very intense, this part, but don't rush, please. No, okay, like here, listen. I know you're coming back into time here, but like don't rush before. Like this much more intense if you don't rush here. It says ta da dee da ta da dee da dee da dee da dee da 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 dee da dum. Like don't rush. And then this rhythm has to be a little bit more clean. Wum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum. Like these 16th notes, they have to be a little bit more crisp. Otherwise, if you soften up the rhythm, it doesn't get this feeling of fate, you know? Fate is so often composed, especially, for example, into Beethoven's music, but also in Chopin's music in this case here. It's a little bit like a march, you know? Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. And fate is unstoppable. So the more you are softening up the rhythm here and the pulse, the less it's actually going to feel that deep of an impact. So the more you're keeping up this straight rhythm and the straight pulse, the more it's going to feel like, oh, fate is coming closer. Don't rush. Don't rush. And also these very strange intervals on the right hand. Enjoy them. Yum pa da dum da dee da dee da yum pa. Like stretch these intervals. Like these are huge intervals that you're playing there. And for the piano, it's like it sometimes feels like it's not that huge, but it is huge. Like just imagine for any other instrument, it is huge. That was a nice transition. It's really good. So for okay, I didn't understand that accent, but the rest was fine. You get back. Ah! Oh no. Yeah, good. Good save. Don't do that. Don't play the last chord soft. Ya di da yum. Ba da da di da da di da da. Yum ya da yum. Yum ba 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 yum. The more you want to separate, like you want to definitely separate these two different voices and these two different characters that you have here. So if you are playing the last chord softer to like make it softer, this transition, you are working against the music here. And like music doesn't want that. Sorry, too much Coke. You're basically already spoiling what's going to happen, and you don't want to do it. Like nobody wants spoiler, okay? Spoiler alert, nobody wants to have spoilers. So keep the forte or keep the character till the very last note, and then switch the character in between these notes. Yum be da yum. Yum di da dim yum 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 rum and so on, okay? Okay, I would say very interesting pedal choice here. I think you can keep the pedal a little bit longer so the higher chords have a little bit more sustain here. Okay, these fast octaves. Like, you don't have to rush already that early. You have such a long time to build up speed and to build up, like, tension. You don't have to be that fast here already. Keep it for later. In German we say Pulver zu früh verschossen. Like, you're shooting too early. And then you don't have anything left to shoot with. Shoot later, all right? Like, keep the best part for the end. If you're too fast, there is no space to get faster anymore, and therefore the tension gets stuck here, even though you want to build up more tension. It doesn't only count for tempo, like building up tempo, but also for building up dynamics and other things. But like, if you want to do a big crescendo, keep the loudest part really just for the end. Otherwise, it's not going to feel that big because you're shouting already all the time. Plus, you're risking lots of wrong notes if you're too early fast. Also, yeah, like your foot. What is your foot doing? You need that left foot to stabilize you, especially for this big part here. This is the climax of the middle part. You want to create a big sound. How you're supposed to create a big sound if there is no stabilization because of that foot and that leg being out of balance here. Don't do that. You've practiced so much. Why? Yeah. I just saw how the chair was moving and how like your left foot was like wiggle. Don't do that. Why? Okay, I'm not a fan of this soft ending. Yada 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 yum bum 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 bum. Again, if you are ending soft here, you are spoiling what is coming later. And you don't want to have a bad spoiler. No spoilers, all right? No spoilers. Keep the forte or fortissimo or whatever is written there. Let me just check. Yum bum 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 bum. Yeah. I just saw it. Here's a sforzato written on the last note. Are you kidding me? The piano comes directly afterwards, not on that chord. Read, guys, read. Okay, here I show you. I show you the evidence. This is evidence, all right? Yum, sforzato, then piano, not earlier. Don't play piano where it is not written, especially if the composer writes very, very clear where he wants the piano, because you're just working against the intention of the music otherwise. Okay. No. Da dee da 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 da. Yum. Not ya dee da 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 da. Yum. I know it's difficult, but try to avoid this. Also here, like, try to avoid this gap to the first note of each measure. Yeah, also here. Yadi da 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 da. Yum. Don't do that. Yadi da 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 da. Yum. Yada da dim. Also here. Yada da yum. Towards it. Don't yada da dum. It's a little bit like when you're trying to jump over a little water thing, and you're a little bit scared to jump over it, and then like you're running towards it, and now you just have to jump, and you would jump over it easily, but instead you're like running, and then in the last moment you're like stopping, like I can't do it, and then bam, you're falling into the water. Happened to me, literally. That happened to me. So this is exactly how it feels like in music. If you run yadi da 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 yum. No, yadi da 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 yum. Just jump. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. Yabam ba bam ba da dum. Yada da 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 da. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I would say this last part with all these repetitions, it's going in the right direction, but it needs much more practicing to make it more fluent and more clean, basically. I think you definitely can do it. It's just a little bit too unstable yet, rhythmically. Phrasing wise, I'm not so sure if you understand completely where you're heading to. When we are entering in measure 69, 4 against 3, like really make sure that you understand how 4 against 3 works, because the way it was played right now was a little bit too scared of playing 4 against 3. You have to stand over it. You have to be like fully committed and know exactly what you do. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's going to feel like ya da 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 dee da 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 da. No, we want yum be da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da dee da ba 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 ya da ba ba bum. That's one line. Not like stop and go and like, I'm a little bit drunk. No, don't do that. Nice. Nice ending, nice ending. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show it to you again. But like, yes, the ending was very nice. Good atmosphere. I think you, all in all, I think you understand the character of the piece very well, and I think it's going in a very good direction. Now, I think this last part, it's a little bit like technically unstable yet, but like you will get there for sure. I would practice much more slow and try to really be strategically prepared for what is coming in that third part in terms of dynamic development. So don't just play everything loud, don't just play everything soft. Make sure there is like, and I want to grow here, and then I want to go back, and then I want to grow up to here, and then I want to grow back. And then things are going to be a little bit more easy for you to be played like that. All right, guys. This was so much fun. Entschuldigung. Now, I thought to end this live stream, I'll just do a simple like question round, Q&A round. You can just write anything in the comments, ask me anything you want for the next 10 minutes, and then that's the end of the live stream. I'm going to watch everyone else's videos next week on the Sunday, if you've sent me something. Ata Hasbal is asking, I will send my video to you, watch please, I will play Fantasia Impromptu. Yes, please, but next week. Like, for today, I'm honestly done. I've heard so much. I've heard enough. I've heard enough. I'm not going to listen to anything anymore. Yeah, one guy says, today's lesson, faster fingers and stabilize before climax. Exactly. That brings it to the point, especially to the G point. But we'll get to this another time. Yeah, take care of good fingerings, take care of good dynamics, and then everything's going to be fine. Marius Pianist is asking, hi Yannick, how long have you been playing for? I've been playing for 25 years now. 25 years. I don't remember life before that, actually. I can't remember having a life before playing piano. It feels like I've always been playing piano. I know that there must have been a time, and I know, like, I can't remember snippets out of the time before I played piano. But if I remember back, it never felt like I did not play piano. Just wanted to thank you for the pointers last week on my Amelie. Honestly, both brutal but very accurate and constructive. Thank you. I hope I'm not like too brutal with you guys. I hope I'm not discouraging anyone with my comments. I know they can be a little bit harsh sometimes, but this is how I look on these performances, to be honest. I'm really not holding back usually in these live streams. So you'll get my brutal honesty on what I think you can improve and or what I would change. And yeah. Donut number 10. Yeah, just to sum it up, I don't want anyone to take it personally. Like, I don't know any of you guys, and I think you all are so sweet and so brave to send me your videos. It's so much fun, and I feel so honored to watch all your videos and to comment on them and have this discussion here with you. But yeah, just so you know, I love you all. Don't take it personally, okay? How many years did it take you to learn all of the Chopin etudes? That's a great question. I've started playing my very first Chopin etude at the age of 8. That was my very first time that I learned a Chopin etude, and ever since then I've been studying Chopin etudes. Like not all of them simultaneously, but I was basically collecting them from that point on. Sometimes more and sometimes a little bit less. So at the age of 14 to 16, like at the age of 14, if I remember correctly, I was like practicing very intensively the very first Chopin etudes. And that was the time when I really fell in love into the idea of learning and studying and mastering all of the Chopin etudes. So when I was 16, I played all of Chopin Opus 10, so the very first cycle of the Chopin etudes. And then my goal was already that I want to study all of the Chopin etudes. And during my studies at the university, I was in the first years, I was not going so much in this direction. Like I was studying Chopin etudes, especially out of Opus 25, but not with the goal of like learning all of Opus 25 immediately, but like more like collecting them a little bit. And then at the end of my master degree, I've played, was it master degree? I don't remember anymore. I think it was the end of my master degree that I studied all Opus 25 together. And then when I did my concert exam, so it's the PhD basically in artistic music studying, but like we don't get a title for that. So concert exam, I had to very early already decide on what I want to play in my recital exam. And for that exam, you are very, very free, like artistically completely free of what you want to perform, but it should be like an artistic and of course a challenging program that is going to show who you are as an artist. And I was like, so I was sitting in that lesson together with my professor and he asked me if I've already thought about it. And I was like, I know it sounds crazy and I don't know if I can do it, but I would love to try to play all Chopin etudes in my final exam. Like that would be such a flex. No, that would be so cool. That was the moment, like not the moment, but like it was definitely a time when I started to realize how music has like such a huge impact on technique, and that like just the technical part, it's not that interesting. You can play fast, very fast. You can play lots of arpeggios and so on, but if there's no music behind it, it doesn't make sense. And these etudes, they really teach you to be humble and to first learn the musical background, because you won't be able to do the technique correctly if you don't understand the music first. So that was like the biggest learning out of the Chopin etudes, I feel. M. Gittens is asking, what's the criteria of repertoire for a final concert exam? So I had 3 exams at the end. One was my recital exam, where I was completely free in choosing my program, like really completely free. So it was free to choose like whatever. Yeah, it was just completely free. Like there was nothing I could do. Then we had a repertoire exam. Basically, I had to prepare a repertoire of, I don't know anymore exactly, like 3 hours or something like that. 3 hours or 3.5 hours, and that exam was only 30 minutes. So they would just skip through the pieces and check if you can play that, if you can play that, if you can play that. Yeah, that was actually pretty tough. And then there was the orchestral exam. So I had to prepare 3 piano concertos of my choice, and they would randomly, or not randomly probably, but like they would pick one of these piano concertos and I would have to play it, but you have to prepare 3. Hi Yannick, I'm a 15-year-old aspiring pianist. I learned fantasy impromptu in about 2 to 3 months after Chopin's Waltz Opus 69 number 2. I can play it well at home, but in performance I made many mistakes. Do you have any advice? Oh, performance is always different from playing at home. I think you can ask any professional musician or any professional performer who is doing this on stage. As soon as we step on stage, you have to be clear in your mind that at least 10% of what you've been practicing is not going to work the way you expect it to work. It can either go in the positive or in the negative way. Most of the time it's going in the negative way. But there can also be positive moments that are unexpected. But just be clear, like as a professional, I have to count with 10% less than what I've been used to practice at home. As someone who's maybe doing this more on an amateur level or not practicing as much, probably there is going to be even more, like an even higher percentage of a discount, a higher percentage of like things that might go wrong on stage. You just have to be clear in your mind that this is going to happen. And now with that knowledge, you can prepare for the stage at home. And basically you can make sure that first of all you're practicing lots slowly, because through practicing slowly you're creating safety, you're creating a very, very strong muscle memory. So that's very, very important. Practicing lots and lots slowly. Practicing checkpoints, so points where you can just re-enter the piece. You don't have to start from the very beginning, but you can just enter the piece somewhere in the middle, because it happens often enough that we have blackouts on stage and you just have to skip a part or go back a few measures and start at another point again. And that has to happen very, very quick, because in that situation you want to avoid panic to kick in, even though it's not necessarily possible. But yeah. And when you are then on stage, also make sure that you are prepared to play a faster tempo. On stage, we usually tend to play much faster or much slower. For slow pieces, we tend to play much slower. For fast pieces, we tend to play much faster. This you have to be aware of. Meaning you should practice in this direction. If you know on stage I'm going to play 110% of the tempo that I wanted to play, then practice it like to a point that you know that you can still manage to play 110% of the tempo. Or practice it to a point that you think, okay, I feel very comfortable with 90% of the tempo, and this is the tempo that I'm practicing. So when I'm going to on stage, I will reach the 100% of the tempo, and this is exactly what I feel comfortable with. All right. The C sharp minor section took what? No, here. Hi, Anik. 2 questions for you. I practice piano 2 to 3 hours per day. What is the best way to divide time to? Is this enough practice time for a 17-year-old each day with a goal to play orchestra? You want to play piano in an orchestra, or am I understanding something wrong? Like, playing piano in an orchestra is normally not possible. Like, you're not, at least as far as I know, there are not really, the orchestra is not searching for pianists in the orchestra. They are searching for soloists, usually, at the piano. And if you want to become a soloist, 2 to 3 hours a day for a 17-year-old, it's definitely not bad, but I would probably advise double the amount of time Like, that's at least what I practiced at that time, and what a lot of other people in my age did, that were my competitors, basically. So I can tell you that the others are practicing more, and every second that you are practicing more than your competitors is going to put you in an advantage, hopefully, if you're practicing correctly, of course. Like, you can also practice 6 hours for nothing. Like, you have to, of course, practice well. Which is the easiest Chopin etudes? I know they are all really hard. Yes, they are, and there is no easy Chopin etude, but there are etudes that are less hard. Let's put it this way. I would say probably Opus 25 number 1 is a very, very nice etude to start with. So it's this one. That one is going to teach you how to move your arm, how to phrase with your fifth finger. Like, you are learning so many skills with that one, but really basic skills that are so important for everything. All right, I would say last question. What's your favorite piano piece of all time that you haven't played? That I have not played. I think either, and that's very difficult, either Rachmaninoff's second piano concerto or Tchaikovsky first. I love both of them, and both of them are peak. I would love to play them someday. Oh, but there are so many pieces that I would love to play that I did not play yet. I would love to play the Liszt B minor sonata, H-Moll. That's so cool. Have you performed with any orchestras, and if so, are there any recordings to watch? Yes, I've performed with several orchestras in the past. However, it's a little bit difficult to do that on social media, unfortunately, and to create recordings out of that and put them on social media because of, like, how do you say that in English? Datenschutz. Like, there are always problems with orchestras. Like, you have to first ask if you're allowed to record, plus you have to ask if you're allowed to publish it, and there's always someone in the orchestra who's against it. So I always face so much, like, contra when I'm playing with orchestra that, like, I'm not allowed to publish it on social media. So that's, like, a little bit bad. Yeah. All right, guys, this was so much fun. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. My voice is starting to crack up because I was, like, talking so much. I have to finish my glass of Coke. And now I just have to finish this live stream. It was so nice to have you here. It was so nice to look into your playing. Guys, you're all doing a great job. And now continue practicing, all right? Just go practice now. And we'll see us in the next videos and in the next live streams. Don't forget, guys, I want to record all 4 Chopin ballades. However, I need your support to make this project come true, and you can support me through the GoFundMe link in the description box. Thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. Thanks a lot to everyone who has already donated, and thanks a lot to everyone who is going to donate. Also, a little reminder, I forgot to put that here. I have a very, very old keyboard with like out of an upright piano, and everyone who is donating 100 euros or more is receiving one of the keys out of the keyboard, personalized and signed. So if you'd like to have one of them, if you just want to be part of the community, check out the link in the description box. We'll see us in the next live stream, in the next videos on Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.